Hello there, Sprinkle Babies, and welcome back to Skate 3. This video is going to be all about, let's call it Easter eggs and references. There's plenty of things in this game that they've added in that I've encountered and seen that I thought were interesting and might be missed by most of the general player base, so I thought I would go through and find a couple of them. Now, I'm not going to be including references to other skate games in this, because it's not as interesting, I don't think, but there are plenty of things scattered about. The first one that we're going to be looking at is just over here. This is the drainage, I suppose you could call it. It's just here, on the border between fucking, what's this called, Hegemon and Market Mall. It's in this ickle bit here, just under the road. And you can hear it right now, actually. This is supposed to be like a sewer monster, I think. It's a sound that plays every few seconds. There you go. That's the sort of noise I make when I bus. You'll find that a lot of the things you can find in the game are audio based, so the next one's also going to be sound based, and I'll meet you there in a fucking bit. Okay, so the next one is right behind me. It's that fucking massive looking thing. Look at it. Look at it being all huge. It's this big fuck off dinosaur statue in all its splendour. This can be found just off from the Fast Travel Point First and Drummler, I suppose, if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I don't fucking know. Look at it, it's a fucking strange word, isn't it? And what this statue has that is special, along with the other statues that you can find dotted about right here, there's like a lizard over there and there's like a triceratops over there, is that when you bail into them, and that's an important detail, you have to bail into them, they all make noises. So I will shut my trap and fly along into this creature here, and you will be able to hear the noise it makes. They do all have their own noises, so I'll go ahead and do the same to this one, this Triceratops looking boy here over here. Look at him, look at him! And the last one is this, which is a Glizzard that has just been fucking hatched. Look at him. He's ready to receive with his mouth open wide. Again, I'll jump into it a few times and be quiet while I do so you can hear and see and listen to the creature making its noises. And that's that. All these statues of Rio will do that, which is fantastic, I suppose. The way the audio sounds, it sounds very much like when you go to like a museum or something and there's like a button you can press so it makes noises. So the exhibit makes noises. It sounds like, it's that sort of like shitty quality speaker fucking... It's weird. It's like... I don't know, it's strange. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, and the next one is right behind me. It's this donut shop. Very, very fascinating, I know. It also has a glitchy sign on the front, which is just, it's the cherry on top, really, if you ask me. Now, the thing about this particular thing, or shop, shall I say, that makes it interesting, is the fact that this also appears, and by this, I mean the brand Double Dip Donuts, also appears in Battlefield. It's, I don't know what map it is, I don't know anything about it, I'm not a big Battlefield guy, but I do know that this brand is, existing in both those games, well, those being this one and that one. A running theory is that they both share a universe, so that basically means that Skate is in the same universe as Battlefield, which is a very interesting prospect. Others also believe that it means that there was potentially a crossover, whether that be an event or a game that was going to happen, where either Skate was going to appear in Battlefield or Battlefield was going to appear in Skate. However, what it has left us with is Double Dip Donuts being the link between the Battlefield world and the Skate world. How fascinating. As you can see, there is a much larger one here, which is very good. It means it's a prominent and prospering business in the fucking Skate universe. They're doing well for themselves, I suppose. Yeah, very good. It's always nice to see small businesses doing well. And here you find me at our next Easter egg, or reference, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is a barbershop called Ricky Slick's Barbershop. This is a reference to Slick Rick. I've nothing else to add, other than the fact that these haircuts are fucking extortionate. You join me now outside the front of the M-Corp building, which is that really fucking tall one in the middle of the map. If you were to pay attention at the start of the game, and by start of the game I mean the intro, the tutorial section, which absolutely fucking no one does, you would learn that the island, which is this, San Amsterdam, which is the map, was initially developed by M-Corp. This is obviously a very large company that have bought up this land and built a city on it. She then goes on to explain that the city was given up to the skaters. Now, this has raised lots of questions online. Why was the island given up to the skaters? And we may have an answer. If you join me here on North 1st Street, which is found right here in the middle of Hedgemont, well, not the middle, but the west side of Hedgemont, and follow me this way, you can see there is the scene of an accident. You can see tyre marks on the road here. Got to get my detective voice on, because this is all very mysterious and very peculiar. You can see from an aerial view up here, look, that a car was very clearly coming this way, and something caused them to go over that lane, then do some swervy action, and then go off there. Look, oh look, they've gone off there. If you come over here, you can see that there is a briefcase on the floor, which has the M Corp logo on it. And the eagle-eyed little dickheads of you may have realised and seen and noticed that to the right of me in the water, there is a car. If you take the free camera, or the replay editor, and put the camera on free mode, and go near the car, you can confirm that it is in fact a car. That has very clearly gone off there and it is now down here. Now, what does this mean for the larger scheme? What does this actually imply? Now, a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean the odd theorist that's decided to puff his chest up and have a bit of a chin waggle online, have said that potentially this may not have been an accident, and how it might be an assassination. They might have done a Charlie Kirk on him. It's very clearly an M Corp higher up that has been affected by this very fucking tragic event. So, some people have said that potentially a car ran it off the road, Princess Diana style, or they ran over an M Corp executive and is now dead. Now, the running theory is that this was in fact a skater, and this was their power play, or their power move, so as to get the island given to them. Because why would a large corporation just give A up? Why would a large, very, very, very powerful and wealthy corporation just give up the island like this? Well, this might be your answer. They fucking killed the owner, didn't they? They fucking killed him. Look at him, he's dead. Our next thing brings us to this rather conspicuous looking ice cream van. Now this wasn't, it's not as cool, it's not as impressive, it's not as good as the last ones. It's just the fact that when you go near these ice cream vans, they do in fact have a little jingle to lure you in so you can be fisted. Our next little detail that you can stumble upon, again, it's not very interesting compared to the last few, but if you come over to these newsstands, there's actually writing on them and you can read them. If I bring the camera nice and close to this one here, look, you can see, or cannot see because I'm fucking shit at this. On the right there it says, News Sentinel, unconstructed play makes children more smarter, which, in case you're not familiar with the English language, is written like shit. And over here you can see that there's been crop circles found, that the cows blame the aliens again. And just up there you can see that it says news you won't use. Very interesting, very cool. And you find me in front of the next thing, which is this horse, which has been dressed up to look like a big fucking god knows what, and it's breeding fire, like I said in the previous video. Now, it is a detail in its own that it has been dressed up like this, to look like a fucking specimen, but my understanding is that it also makes a noise when you jump into it. However, I can't get it to work. I've been running into this thing for the last 5 minutes, and I can't get it to make the noise. However, I have seen people make this whinny. It does whinny. Now that's just left me like an absolute fucking retard, hasn't it? Because I've been doing this for the last fucking 5 minutes, right? I've been jumping headfirst into this fucking horse, and every time I've slammed my noggin into his leg, it's done fuck all. It's been as silent as a fucking quiet evening night. However, the second I start chatting wass, it would appear that has caused it to decide that now it wants to be a fucking pagan and make its noise. Well, you've heard it now, there you go. You heard it winning, let's see if I can do it again. Probably not. Probably not. Now that it's like done it once, what is going on? Yeah, it's done it once for you. That's enough. You've heard it once. If you need to, you can rewind the video. You can listen to it about fucking 6 times, and then that's your winny fix for the evening, isn't it? Yeah. Look at him. Fucking. Our next reference / and/or Easter egg in this video is what I'm wearing on my head. You may have noticed, unlike my previous videos, we've not got a character this video, and that is because I wanted to wear this on my fucking head, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. I've grinded and unlocked it, and it is a skeleton head. Now, the skeleton head, I believe, in my opinion, this may be incorrect, I may be completely off the mark, but I think it's a reference to Dem Bones from Skate 3. Dem Bones was an unlockable skin slash character slash outfit that you could get. I can't quite remember whether it was for Hall of Meat. I think it was Meat Man that was for Hall of Meat. It would make more sense, but however it was, you were able to get it. It might have been a cheat code. I'll flash it up on screen. Anyway. Now, if you progress through the different sections in the game, you unlock boxes which you can purchase, and they have a randomised item in them. Randomised from a pool, obviously. If we were to go into shop, we're in shop now, these are all the Hegemont boxes. Now you can see in the bottom right there, level 9 gets you the variety box, which contains potentially pants with a skeleton print on them. Now if we go to the Goldcrest Village box, again in the bottom right, you can get a jumper with a skeleton decal on it. And if we go into Market Mile, you can get, at level 3 I believe it is, it would make sense because it's the fucking third one along. You can unlock the skull which I'm currently wearing, and you can also unlock with Market Mile the toe box, which is level 8, which has these shoes in them, which altogether make a skeleton outfit, which again I think is a reference to Dem Bones. Now before we leave the shop, there's a few other things I wanted to point out. Here in the Founders Deluxe pack, for the low price of €50, you can purchase the Meatman outfit. Now this one's a bit more on the nose, it's a bit more obvious. The Dem Bones reference is a potential red herring, shall we say. I could be completely wrong about that. That's just what I think is the case. This one definitely isn't. It literally says the Meatman suit. Meatman was also an unlockable character in Skate 3. I do believe it was him that you got through the Hall of Meat. Again, I'll flash it up on screen just to confirm. In this pack, you can also get the mocap suit, which you could say is a reference to the development of the game, I suppose. That's a bit more, it's however you want to take it, I suppose. But yeah, for the cheap low price of $49.99, you can have a digital fucking steak to run around in. And you join me now at our last Easter egg of the evening. It is in front of me, and by in front of me I mean he's in front of my character, and it's this. This build has 420 on it. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of this. I hope it's been really informative, and I hope you now see the game differently and in a better light. Bugger off now. Goodbye.